All right, let's get back to those grammar notes. So we're going to jump to page 21 in our N.A.P coursebook, and we're going to talk about subject-verb agreement. So we've already talked about subjects as a big part of a building block of a sentence, and we know in English that their verbs need to go with them. So singular subjects have singular verbs, plural subjects have plural verbs, okay? So again, we wouldn't say like, I is hungry, right? And I know English is weird. There are some irregular verbs because we would say Nikki is hungry, but we wouldn't say Nikki and Diana is hungry, right? So we need to make sure that when we're breaking apart sentences, the correct verb is being used with the correct subject. Another important thing to note is this word and. So the word and creates what we call a compound subject. You might remember when you were younger learning about compound words like dog house, right? Where you put kind of two words together to form one. So this word creates a compound subject, which is plural. So again, things like Nikki and Diana, that becomes a plural subject. The dog and the cat, that is plural. But only and does this, so don't get confused with words like or, right? So Nikki or Diana will go to the dance. That's not plural, okay? Make sure we're careful with plural prepositional phrases. What are prepositional phrases? Well, we know a preposition is kind of like a position word, right? It's right in there. So in, at, of, by. So any phrase with a word like that in it is a prepositional phrase, and they can be distractors. So I gave you some examples here. Number of children. So a lot of people will look at that and tell you that's plural. Of children is your prepositional phrase. Number is your subject. One number, the number of children, that is one group. Okay, same thing with quality of academic courses. So again, your ear kind of hears that courses last, and you think that it's plural, but again, a quality is one. Now, if you were looking at the qualities of academic courses, there's your plural. But the way that these two are written are singular, and they could definitely give you a question where they try to trick you on that. So for instance, they might say, the number of children in the town that was sick kept increasing. Most people hear that and think it's wrong, but it's actually correct, because if you take out the prepositional phrase, the number that was sick kept rising or increasing. Oh yeah, number was. Numbers were, number was. So you want to be able to break down those sentences. Okay, so remember, a prepositional phrase is a clause containing a preposition. So I gave you some examples there. Please think of your own. So of the 1700s, in the car, at the beach, by the bay, anything that is giving you that sort of additional information with a preposition, okay? So you guys can see here that in your book, there's some practice, and I hope that you are trying it on your own. But you can see here that this is exactly the example I just gave you. The number of children is growing, right? The number is growing. So if it sounds weird to your ear, take out that prepositional phrase and read it. Okay, the quality of courses continues to rise. So again, you hear me reading, you can just say the quality continues to rise. You can almost just take out that little part in the middle. Okay, and then candy and popcorn, ooh, there's that. And there's our friend and from our compound subject. So we know that those are plural, taste good. Now, a common question I get a lot is, well, doesn't an S make something plural? In English, an S makes a noun plural, right? Like one pencil, two pencils, or one girl, two girls. But it's kind of the opposite for verbs, right? So think about it. Nikki is singular. Nikki likes baseball, but Nikki and Austin like baseball. So you wouldn't add the S to both. So if the noun has an S, the verb most likely does not. That's just how it works, okay? Got some examples down here as well that you can try. Again, I would highly recommend trying them yourself and then looking at those answers below. Think about exactly the lessons we talked about with those prepositional phrases, breaking down the sentence, compound stuff. And this also is a great exercise for learning to label and break down sentences, which I think you're starting to see through our notes is really helpful for some of those harder grammar questions. So again, this is just an intro to subject-verb agreement. If it's something that you think you would like some more help on, please ask your tutor for some more work. And of course, check out our portal for even additional practice. All right, thanks guys, go get going on that grammar.